Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome to Poolside Ponderings.
We obviously have been swimming because we've been brewing all day. So now we're gonna do some drinking, and we are tasting the cherry saison that has a touch of lavender instead of rosemary. This is the one that I pressure fermented. So this is 2 weeks old now.
Is this one brewed with ash?
2 weeks. No, I brewed by myself. So this is 2 weeks from brew date to now. That's it. So, yeah.
Have I had this before?
Yes, this is a classic Flora brewing recipe.
But you've made this maybe 4 years in a row, correct?
I've made this this was one of my first recipes.
So I know that the first 2 years I didn't get any.
I
specifically.
used lavender instead of rosemary this time though.
I think last year was the first time I ever actually had this.
Okay, so spoiler alert, this is a 9.4% beer on accident.
So I was not allowed to taste this during the brew because
Correct.
it's a nice.
Correct. So we're gonna try it now. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.
Look at the color on that.
You may be seeing us in this location more often because why
Because
wouldn't
it's
we?
summer.
All right. Yeah, the color is incredible. It looks so pretty. It's a little bit cloudy,
It is cloudy, but that's to be expected. It's only a 2-week-old baby.
but it's like I would paint my walls with this color.
Oh, I know, right? It's actually this is the color that my mom had our kitchen painted red.
I think our
Childhood.
dining room was this color. It's very like
it's very like
late 90s.
Late 90s. Our couch is color too. Anyway, all right. So
the nose is actually pretty mild.
I think it smells like fermentation spicy, but
It smells like
I'm
apple cider,
super sensitive to that. It does.
like sparkling apple cider.
It's got a tartness to it, and that's from the tart cherry juice. But like you can tell that this is super young just by the nose. So like if you ferment things like hot, which I did, like it got up to 90 degrees in there, you'll get more like phenolic on the nose.
I mean, nose-wise, it's actually pretty mild. It's so interesting how different like tart cherries are than like the canned crazy sweetness of cherries that you would get that are fake.
Yeah,
I love the taste.
I get a lot of alcohol heat in the nose too, but it's 9%, so. The
Not what I
flavor.
expected. It's a lot richer than I thought it would be.
You think so? Because I feel like it's more water. I don't know why we're not seeing eye to eye on this. But
I
I like
think
it.
it's just based on my expectations. It's not that it's crazy
Yeah.
heavy or like, it's not that it's crazy rich. I think I was expecting like,
It's so dry to me.
it is
It's
dry,
not
but there's
sweet
depth.
in any way.
No, not sweet, but it's got this depth and this like fullness. Like it's not heavy, it's not weighty, but it does have like, if you think about, I guess like tart cherries rather than the fake grenadine. This is much more of that like
yeah.
real dark like.
Yeah, it's
True
like a
fruit.
Rainier cherry is what the. Those are my absolute favorite. I have a tree.
I have
planted
cherries.
them.
Do you really in Washington? Jealous. I have a bag of cherries at my house right now.
Ooh, I almost bought some.
They're so sweet though. This is much.
It's tart. It's like a tart cherry beer.
The good news is I think it tastes appropriate to its alcohol content because if it did have more lightness, more of that bright, maybe even sweeter, I would drink it far too fast for night. This carries,
That's the problem with this beer is I drink it too fast because it's so dry. It just makes me want to keep drinking and drinking and drinking.
Well, for sure, but for me, because like I think about it after I drink it, so it does slow me down a little bit rather than like.
And you know how I was like, oh, you can definitely like smell the fermentation character. You don't taste it at all.
The lavender I think is what's giving it the depth.
Oh, really?
So
'Cause I
rosemary-
usually use rosemary.
I know, and rosemary can be a hit or miss for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would never in a million years have been able to place lavender, but like when I breathe out, there's something a little not because rosemary can taste like fake perfume sometimes if you
Yeah.
overdo it. And, like
I
even
feel
cooking.
like lavender's a little more mild of a spice to use.
It's delicate. It
Yeah.
feels like on the breathing out.
There's like barely any in there either.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? Sit by your pool and drink more of it.
Oh yeah.
I really like this. I feel like the last time I tasted this, I do remember it being lighter and crisper.
Well, the thing is, like, I decreased the grain bill in this and used the same amount of cherries, the same amount of sugar, and somehow it ended up higher alcohol than it usually does, but that might have something to do with being fermented under pressure. being fermented, like you should have seen the jar of yeast I threw in there. It was out of control.
So
and
more
then like
yeast means
being
more eating and more sugar, right?
and being fermented hotter, which, you know, yeast like the heat. So yeah, you know, I call this my like you can't fuck it up beer, and it's really hard to fuck it up.
Sarah's You Can't Fuck It Up beer. Find the recipe on her YouTube channel.
Seriously, yeah.
This is delicious. I don't feel like this would be a good choice for me to drink in your pool at noon.
Absolutely not. It
But
is 6 o'clock now, though.
This is like a perfect,
6:30.
yeah, which 100% sundown, last couple hours, like sitting by the pool, just like digging the vibe. Look at it. It's a sunset beer.
It is a sunset beer. Beautiful.
Beautiful. You know what we're gonna do the rest of the night?
Clean the brewing equipment.
No, girl.
Drink half the keg.
That's Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to try to get Jenny over here more often, I promise, but I don't think she's going to stay away from the pool for very long.
Hence why we're drinking in the pool.
Seriously. I've got a Patreon going. You can get bonus content, early videos, ad-free videos, merch, and I also have a podcast called Brewing After Hours with Sarah Flora, and you can find that literally everywhere.
Like her, she's cool. I like her. Keep giving us reasons to drink beer. We're just gonna keep going. Just cut it off at some point.
Yeah.
You know I don't stop talking.
See you again next time.